Good evening, folks. I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith here with your 4 FSU weather show on Wednesday. Gosh, I don't even know what day it is anymore. 91 degrees. We're starting. We've already reached the peak of heat, getting down into the 90s, trying to crack those 80s again. A little bit of a wind, but we see a bit of showers still lingering in our area right now. We're going to see these showers linger into tonight as well. Though only a few poppy showers, not too long-lived, but a nice relief from the bit of the heat. As we see the next couple of days, going to have a lot of that heat sticking around. As we zoom out into the southeast, not really much going on, as we're going to see high pressure move into the area, keep things clear and calm for the next couple of days. But with those clear and calm conditions, you got the heat. So you take one for the other. And as we see tonight, warm conditions on the coast mostly, but still warmer throughout the inner parts of the viewing area. So not too great conditions. And same with the next couple of days. 94 tomorrow, then warming up into the high 90s on Friday and Saturday. You're going to see a lot of the warm conditions. And tune in for the rest of the show. We're going to talk about those low rain chances and that insane heat sticking around for the next couple of days. But now we're going to hand it over to Harrison to talk about the southeast.
Yeah, thank you, Dylan. And right now across the southeast, we're looking really warm, and we're dealing. Sorry, again, we had that height issue, but really warm across the southeast. 91 here in
He's on 4.
91 in Shreveport, and down in South Florida, we're still warm as usual for this time of year. Our dew point temperatures, we are a little bit drier here on the eastern portion of the southeast and the western portion of the southeast. That's going to be due to this big ridge of high pressure that you're going to see on the wind map next, really helping to draw moist air into the western portions of the southeast for places like Louisiana, Arkansas, and Mississippi as well. And once again, I think we have a graphical issue, but oh, no, we're good. We have that that clockwise flow that I mentioned earlier, really helping to draw some moist air up into the western portions of the southeast. Winds are light here, but they are out of the southeast, helping to increase humidity, so we are going to expect that over the next day or so. We do have some severe warnings up in Oklahoma right now, as that severe weather is kicking up once again today. Several tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings for portions around Oklahoma City. However, here that's not really going to affect us much. We do have those sea breeze showers moving through right now. It's not a whole lot of coverage, so if you get the rain, it shouldn't last too long, and not many places are actually getting the rain right now as well. As we look at the next 24 hours, we're not going to expect a whole lot of anything. Just we're going to keep those showers in the region overnight tonight. And once again, tomorrow with that easterly flow, expect a few showers to break out in the afternoon. But again, not a whole lot of coverage there, just a few sea breeze showers breaking out once again. For your forecast tonight across the southeast, 68 here in Tallahassee, 75 in New Orleans, 74 in Shreveport, 70 in Little Rock, where that humidity is going to keep those temperatures from dropping too much. And then once again, as South Florida usually is this time of year, staying warm overnight, 77 in Miami and 72 in Tampa. Tomorrow, most of the southeast will remain hot. 94 degrees in Tallahassee, 91 in Jackson, 89 in Little Rock. So those warm conditions are going to persist, and they should get a little more pronounced as we get into the rest of the week. Now I'm going to pass things off to Michael here, where he's going to give you a look at your first local.
Yeah, thanks, Harrison. And it was a really hot one out there today. 93 degrees was our high, as you can see. And we actually started off a low cool 64 as our low, but those lows are going to be increasing as we head into the next few days, as that humidity starts to increase and high pressure really starts to dominate our region, especially for Memorial Day weekend. Now currently we are at 91 degrees under partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies with that south-southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. The temperatures across the rest of the region, you can see a little bit cooler out towards the Big Bend coastline. Has some showers and possibly a thunderstorm down there in the earlier afternoon. So 81, rain cooled to 81 in Perry, 91 again in Tallahassee, and the hot spots are 94 in Wilma and 95 in Bainbridge. And these are only going to get hotter as we head out towards Memorial Day weekend. Now the dew points are also starting to increase, with the exception of Bainbridge being at 55. These dew points are starting to get very uncomfortable, especially in Perry and Monticello at 74 and 75 degrees, and those heat indexes are getting close to the mid to upper 90s, and as we head to the weekend, those heat indices are going to be closer to 100 to 105. So really want to prepare for this heat, and remember to stay hydrated and don't spend a lot of time outdoors in the afternoon. Now the winds will show you how that sea breeze has made its way north out towards central Leon County and into Jefferson County and portions of Taylor County. And that sea breeze is going to really move up north into Georgia as we head into the overnight hours, and conditions will cool off. And also those showers and storms will die off as we head into nighttime hours. Satellite and radar does show you those sea breeze showers and possibly a thunderstorm down towards the Big Bend coastline, but they're not very strong. And by the time we get into sunset, most of these should be dissipating, and we'll just have some partly cloudy to mostly clear skies overnight. Now, satellite and radar does show you how we have that storm system out towards the central plains, and that's not going to really impact us because of high pressure you see out towards the mid-Atlantic region. It's going to really build into the southeast as we go into the Memorial Day weekend and really intensify that heat, going up to the upper 90s and low 100s, especially going into Sunday and Monday. Now for the next 24 hours, you see those sea breeze showers really dissipating. I don't really expect a sea breeze shower over Tallahassee at 11 o'clock. Most of them should be gone by around 8:30, around sunset. And then as we head into tomorrow morning, we'll start with those mostly clear skies. And then in the afternoon, with high pressure becoming a little bit stronger, you notice how the coverage of those sea breeze showers from the Atlantic are not as present, about a 10% chance at most. And if you do get one, you're going to be very lucky. Now for your 7-day forecast, the heat's going to be the main story with a 10% chance of rain at most. If you do get that, you're very lucky with temperatures getting to that century mark on Sunday and Monday. Now let's send off to Dylan with our national forecast.
Thank you very much, Michael. And it's just going to be hot and gross outside this weekend, so not a great day to do something. Maybe get in the lake, but throughout much of the southeast and the eastern part of the country, we're seeing similar conditions as we see high pressure kind of take its hold there, make things just a bit warmer. You're seeing a lot of 90s starting to warm up. These summertime temperatures are really coming in. But the big story is with a lot of heat and a lot of moisture, look at these dew points, 69 in Dallas, 71 in San Antonio, a lot in this Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois area. We have that potential for severe weather, and we've seen severe weather already today. So the strong moisture, the strong heat, that's not good, and we have a bit of wind. You can see already some strong winds in Dallas-Fort Worth, 25 miles per hour, as we see kind of this band of winds coming through. This is kind of indicating where you have that boundary, this cold front sticking through, and you see these yellows indicating that severe thunderstorm watch, and you see the dry line really not helping those severe threats. So you start to zoom in, and we see this area. You see these storms right now. We have a tornado warning in red and a severe thunderstorm watch in that orange. We see some storms really start to fire up in the last couple of 3 hours. You start seeing very low conditions, nothing too severe, but then as the time goes on and as we go into tonight, those storms are really going to fire up, and we're going to really see some strong tornado, hail, and strong winds associated with a lot of these storms. And as we go in, you have these tornado watch areas sticking down in the lower part into Oklahoma and a bit of Texas, only into 10 p.m. Central Time. Farther northward, though, they're going to see it till 11 p.m. Central Time. And you have that PDS, which stands for a particularly dangerous situation associated with all this tornado watch. So you're going to see a lot of tornadoes, but again, stay inside, stay informed if you are in this area. Just want to be weather aware, because as we get into the nighttime hours, those tornadoes are hard to see. So just want to stay weather aware. And we have this moderate risk out for the rest of today into tonight, stretching along this Oklahoma, Missouri, and Illinois area really is taking hold. And as we get into the farther north with that low pressure system that's causing that severe weather, you're seeing a bit of rain into Minneapolis, Bismarck, into North and South Dakota. Again, clearer conditions though behind that front where you have some drier air there. Going out a bit westward, this is going to be the next potential for severe weather. You have this low pressure system bringing into snow into Colorado, into Utah, and even into Colorado. We see some snowy conditions sticking around, but this is going to move eastward and bring some severe weather as we see into parts of Texas again, Oklahoma, and Nebraska, seeing again the potential for severe weather again tomorrow. Only an enhanced risk though. And then that low pressure system we're seeing bring severe weather today moves eastward and brings severe weather into the Washington area. And then into Friday, we have that low pressure system continue to move northeastward and bring more severe weather. Only a slight risk out for now. And then for the next 24 hours, we start to see these storms really fire up into tonight. It's really when you see the big potential for these strong hail, tornadoes, and winds really expected with it, and start to see the next bit of severe weather forming in Thursday. for them. But now we're going to send it over to the over to Florida to give us a more in-depth look with Michael.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan. And luckily for Florida, we don't have to worry about any of the severe weather because it's not going to reach us. High pressure, again, is really dominating a lot of the east as we go into Memorial Day weekend. But right now, very hot across a lot of the state of Florida with 91 here in Tallahassee, 94 in Gainesville, and 93 in Tampa. Just a few locations across the Big Bend coastline, again, have experienced some showers and a stray thunderstorm due to the sea breeze once again. And that's what our relative humidity showed. The air is pretty dry in the mid to upper levels, and that's why these relative humidity values are pretty low. The one exception is along the coastline, especially in the Big Bend coastline area and also in Pensacola at 63%. Now the winds will show you how the Atlantic sea breeze is pretty dominating today with that easterly flow and a little bit southerly flow as you head out towards the Panhandle. And it's also breezy in some locations with 13 in Gainesville and 15 in Fort Myers. Now, satellite radar shows you a lot of the state is clear. The one exception is right again along the Big Bend coastline down towards Perry and Cross City with those showers and a stray thunderstorm there. The next 24 hours shows you once the sun sets at around 8:30, those showers and possible a thunderstorm will really die out, and we'll just have some cloud cover across the Big Bend region and into the Tallahassee area. The rest of the state is looking very clear. And tomorrow morning, the whole state should be under mostly sunny skies. And with those mostly sunny skies, we're going to heat up very quickly. And with a little bit of that instability, the Atlantic sea breeze will come into effect, especially along the east coast of Florida, the First Coast and the Space Coast. And you notice how it just moves down towards South Florida. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible down there. Now for Orlando, it's going to be a hot one out there with temperatures in the low 90s as your highs and in the low 70s as your low. And for Miami, temperatures in the mid 80s as your highs. And for tomorrow's forecast for the entire state of Florida, very hot across the Big Bend region, and it's only going to get hotter once again as we head off towards Memorial Day weekend. Now let's send off to Harrison to wrap it up with our second local.
Thank you, Michael. And right now we're going to start things off with a current look across Tallahassee, looking southwest across Doak Campbell Stadium here. We're at 91 degrees currently with a little bit of sunshine. We do have some clouds associated with that Atlantic sea breeze that has pushed into our area, and we do have those partly cloudy skies with a south-southeast wind at 6 miles per hour. Right now our temperatures, 91 in Tallahassee, 92 in St. Marks. Cooler in Perry, where we've seen those showers and thunderstorms really help to cool things off. But again, most of the region is pretty warm at your upper 80s and your lower 90s for most of the region. Again, Perry, you guys are a little more humid right now because you did have those sea breeze showers and thunderstorms moving in. We've got our dew points in the mid 60s for most of the area, as well as those 70s and mid 70s where you've seen the rain. Our wind speeds are mostly out of the south here, but we do have some winds out of the east, all because of that sea breeze and that clockwise flow around the high pressure system sitting off the Atlantic coast right now. 6 miles an hour in Tallahassee, 8 miles an hour in Quincy. Mostly light winds, nothing to really be concerned of there. As we look at our current satellite and radar, we do see these showers and thunderstorms that we've been talking about all show. They are beginning to dissipate for the most part, so if you do see a shower, don't expect a whole lot of anything. Tonight, we're expecting a low of 68 degrees across Tallahassee. We will keep those partly cloudy skies in the forecast and that easterly wind at 3 miles an hour. We may see a little bit of southerly component to that as well, depending on the wind direction at that particular time. As we look at our day planner tomorrow, we're going to start things off at 7 a.m. at 69 degrees. So if you want to go outside, go for a walk or something, maybe you can go play some golf, as we always like to do here at FSU Weather. I would pick the morning as the best time to do that. We will warm things up to near 90 degrees by noon, and by 4 p.m., look at that, 94 degrees for tomorrow here in Tallahassee. Really, really brutally warm here, and we're going to expect those conditions to continue as we look at our 7-day forecast here. 94 degrees on Thursday, 97 degrees on Friday, and then we see this triple-digit heat pickup for Sunday and Monday as we get into your Memorial Day. So really a good day probably to go take a sit out by the pool, maybe do some tanning, go out all the way to the beach if you like that. 99 degrees on your Tuesday and 96 for your Wednesday. So we're going to maintain those hot conditions under that high pressure system that is going to be setting in here across Tallahassee. And don't expect a whole lot of relief overnight once it starts getting warm. These conditions are going to remain for much of the region for most of this time, where it's just going to be quite warm out there. pretty much the whole day. Now, if you haven't already, please go ahead and follow us at FSU Weather on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. We do post some cool pictures, some cool updates, keep you weather aware as well. And if you haven't, please watch us on FSU Weather on YouTube, where you can stream this as well. Thanks for watching.